How's it going, everybody? My name is Eric Diaz, your future real estate agent. Today, we're going to be looking at the pros and cons of Frisco, Texas. Now, this city has a very special place in my heart. This is where I grew up from the age of 7. I was born in Mexico City, but moved here when I was 7 years old and grew up in this beautiful city. I've seen it go from a pretty much farm town with cows and all these animals all over the place to now a concrete jungle with skyscrapers and everything. So if you're looking to get the best pros and cons list from a local, you have clicked on the right video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing, we are going to look at the cons of Frisco. The first con is affordability. Frisco has become one of the most expensive cities here in the North Dallas area. A few years ago, the home prices were extremely affordable, and now they have skyrocketed to very, very high prices. Now, you still can find some relatively affordable homes, but chances are you're going to be in a bidding war. If there's a home under $450,000 in Frisco, I guarantee you there's going to be an insane amount of offers on it, and it's going to go way over ask, especially if it's a really pretty home. There might be some super tiny homes that are just pretty much tore down and stuff that you'll be able to find, but it's definitely going to take some work to get it to be a nice, beautiful home for you and your family. So definitely, if you have a lot more money to spend, maybe you sold your home in a different state and you're moving down here, Frisco might be a good option for you. But if the budget is tight, I would highly recommend maybe looking somewhere else, unless you're willing to spend and take out a bigger loan for your property. So con number 2 is Frisco is somewhat of a dry city. If you're someone that's looking for perhaps a really good nightlife, a bunch of bars and nightclubs in the area, Frisco is definitely not the city for you. They still do sell alcohol, so you can go to any grocery store and buy beer and wine, but no hard liquor. There's actually no liquor stores in Frisco. You'd have to travel to places more like Plano and McKinney. And that also goes into play on why Frisco might still be extremely safe and such a clean city. But if you're someone that's looking for more of that nightlife stuff, definitely look in other cities. But that still shouldn't stop you on moving to Frisco. All those cities are about a 15-20 minute drive depending on where you are in Frisco. So you can still go to all those spots, come back home and have those drinks, or go out with your friends to those other cities. Now, con number 3 of Frisco is what I like to call a baby stroller neighborhood. So Frisco has a lot of the cookie cutter home. There is definitely a lot of the homes that were built in the 2000s, the red brick style, and it is extremely family friendly, which is not a bad thing, but a lot of the homes pretty much look the same in a lot of the neighborhoods. So if you're maybe a young couple that's looking to find a neighborhood that you can throw a little bit of parties in, maybe have some loud music playing and stuff like that, maybe not have to worry about such strict HOAs, Frisco might not be the city for you. They have very strict regulations. That's why it is one of the most well-known and safest cities in the area. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still some beautiful new developments that are happening, but it is definitely going to be a little bit more rare. Some of the neighborhoods in Frisco, it is more of the cookie cutter style, which in my opinion is a con. So number 4 on my cons list is traffic. Frisco is known as one of the fastest growing cities in the US. Now, with that title, it's definitely gonna come with some disadvantages like traffic. Frisco's population grew by 71% from 2010 to 2022. So traffic is a big deal. If you're gonna be driving definitely down Preston, Main Street, those main roads, you're definitely gonna run into some traffic. Now, I lived in California for a few years while I was in college, so Frisco's traffic is nothing like California traffic. So if you're coming from cities like that, no need to worry, this is going to be a breeze for you. but it's still an inconvenience, especially if you need to get places or if you're commuting. just expect a little bit of traffic whenever you're coming back home, especially during rush hour. Number 5 on my list of cons is going to be a commute. Frisco is not close to some of the cities that you might be commuting to. Now, of course, that's all going to depend on where you are working. So I highly suggest when you are moving to definitely pick a city that's going to be close to possibly work, family, places that you're going to be going to and from, especially with gas prices going up. That is definitely something to keep in mind. But Frisco is going to be about a 50-minute drive from Frisco to Dallas. So if you have a job in downtown Dallas, that's definitely going to be a commute every single day. It's nothing too crazy, but that's definitely something you want to think about. Now, if you might be going to Fort Worth for any reason, that's going to be more about an hour drive, maybe a little more with traffic. So you're not going to be extremely close to those cities, but perhaps if you're working from home or if you're just going down to McKinney, maybe Plano for work, Frisco might be a really good option for you. So now that we finished the cons, let's get into the pros of Frisco. Now, number 1 on my list is going to be safety. So Frisco, not just my opinion, has actually been rated the number 1 safest city in the US. Now, that is an amazing title to hold. I am extremely proud of the city that I grew up in, can be recognized for that. So if you're looking to move possibly from some of those cities that have been getting hit really bad with some of the violence and just crime rates, Frisco might be a great option for you. So like I've mentioned in other videos, I can't really touch too much on the crime rate. So I'll have a link in the description so you can do your own research. But just letting you know that Frisco was nominated one of the safest cities in the US. Actually, number 1. So definitely do your research and check that out for yourself. Now, number 2 on the pros, which I think is very important, is going to be the school ratings. So Frisco has some of the most well-known schools in the area and has some of the highest ratings. Of course, I can't touch too much on the school ratings as well, so I will leave a link in the description that you guys can look into. But just know, a lot of people that take their kids to private schools have transferred over and maybe moved to Frisco and actually put them in the public school system because it is extremely well. The teacher to student ratio is very high. We have about 12 high schools, 17 middle schools, and 43 elementary schools here in Frisco. And the teacher to student ratio is really good. The school ratings are amazing. So if you are looking to move and put your kids in some of the best school systems, definitely look at Frisco. Click that link in the description to do your own research and find out for yourself why it is rated one of the best systems in the DFW area. Now, number 3 on the list is new construction. So Frisco, like I said, is the fastest growing city in the US. And with that comes a lot of new homes. How the market has shifted has definitely made it a lot easier for buyers to get into the new construction and get their dream home. And some of the houses that are new construction in Frisco, of course, are going to come with a price tag. So if you have the money, if you're qualified, and you're looking to maybe make a big investment for you and your family's future, Frisco new construction would be a great option. Other cities definitely have a lot older homes. Frisco, since it's a lot newer, even some of the pre-owned homes are going to be somewhere in the 2000s, maybe 2010s or higher, which is going to be a good option, especially besides dealing with an older home that might be prone to more issues. You might be able to get your hands on a lot newer homes or new construction. Now, number 4 on my list is great shopping and food. So Frisco has a ton of new spots since it is the newest, best place, in my opinion, to live. There's going to be a lot of new stuff for you to do. So of course you have the Stonebriar Mall, you have a ton of shopping areas at the Star, you have some great food spots all around the city, going down Main Street, closer to Panther Creek. There's a ton of stuff in Frisco that you definitely need to check out some very well-known restaurants and amazing shopping centers. So if you are possibly looking for some place where you can go shopping every weekend and hang out with your friends, this city is the one for you. And number 5, I want to say, would be opportunity. So not only is there a ton of growth, a ton of job opportunities, and a ton of new things that are moving to Frisco, but there's also a ton of new people coming here. So if you're someone that is moving from a different state, you're definitely going to find a lot of new people just like you, and you're going to be able to make amazing new friends. One of my clients mentioned to me that he doesn't think the beauty in Texas is in its land. The beauty lies in its people. And that is an extremely truthful statement. Everybody here is so nice. Everybody here, it just brings a lot of joy. They value family. They have really good morals. Now, of course, there's going to be those outliers in every city. But overall, I personally feel super welcome, super safe, and a lot more happy living in cities like this compared to some place like LA where it's just a different lifestyle. Over here, everything is slower and a slower pace, but everybody welcomes you with open arms, and it's full of love, to be honest. So if you're looking to make a move to Frisco or any other city, I highly recommend it. Make sure you reach out to me. I grew up here. I know this place like the back of my hand. And ask me any questions you might think of. Drop them down in the comment section or give me a call and we can schedule some showings so you can start looking and find your forever home. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share this with your friends and family or anyone you might know that's considering making a move, or if you're trying to convince your friends or family to move down here, send them this video. Maybe we can help them come down and start a brand new community here in Frisco. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.